Charles Terrell, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Jim.
Ronnie Terrell.
Good to see you, Jim.
These guys do great work in Southeast Texas. Been in business for over 80 years now, I think. Combined experience. Family owned.
Yes, yeah.
Since 1983, Terrell's Tree Service. They do it all when it comes to trees. They are the king of trees. And you got some really neat equipment. I really like that spider lift. Tell us about the spider lift.
Okay, Jim, this is probably one of the pieces of equipment we're most proud of. This is a spider lift that's mounted on tracks. Tracks will suck in and go through a 36-inch gate. The outriggers fold down, and it's got a 65-foot bucket on it. It allows us to work in trees and folks' backyards without ever climbing a tree. We have put it in backyards and take down trees that are dead, that's totally unclimbable, where you can't reach a bucket truck to. Call Terrell's Tree Service. We can do it. This machine, we were the only one in the state of Texas that had one of these machines. They're built in Europe, and they're extremely safe. Very expensive piece of machinery, but it does the job. It will go where no other piece of equipment will go. It's remote control, and we just love it. The guys fight over who's going to get to run it. They will go where man can't go. If you've got a lot of dead trees, especially after these hurricanes, these trees have died over a period of a year or so. All the man has to do is ride the bucket and do his tree work.
You are the king of trees, not only because of the equipment you have, but because of the knowledge that you've gained to your family business for so many years.
Ronnie and I grew up doing the tree industry, construction, road construction, house building, a little bit of everything. We, as got older, we decided to go into the tree and lawn business, and then we dropped the lawns part, and now we're just in the tree business. Ronnie is in Bridge City, runs all of Orange County, and I run all of Jefferson, and we share Hardin County. We also do a little Chambers County and Tyler County, and just about anywhere we're needed, we go, Jim. We've got equipment, state-of-art equipment, and people say, golly, you must be expensive. Well, actually, that equipment allows us to work safer, more efficient, and we can do the job in a quicker, timely manner, safer, more professional, and the customer benefits from that because everyone knows that time is money. So we can almost do the job quicker and easier. We can do the job as reasonable as the man that comes around knocking on your door. Right. And we've got the equipment, the insurance, the experience, and of course the good looks, both of us, you know.
Well, that's why we have you on our show here, the King of the Road Show, and we do appreciate you guys tremendously. You're available 24/7 for emergency calls, and of course we're in hurricane season now, so how can people prepare for hurricane season?
We like to tell folks it is hurricane season, and it's Southeast Texas. All my life we went for years and never really had a storm, and 5 years ago they started coming. So we tell people today, and we've developed some really unique techniques about we call them hurricane proofing your trees, wind proofing them. Jim, we go in and we not only are we in the tree cutting business, we deadwood them, we trim them, we clean them out, we thin them out, and we also do a lot of consulting. We look at the trees. If this tree is too close to your house, we'll be honest with you, and we'll tell you, this tree needs to either go, it's got some signs of old age or dead, or we need to prune it up, trim it up, and we call it hurricane proofing. Of course, everybody knows that you can't make a tree hurricane proof.
Right.
And the 100-mile-an-hour wind is not too bad on a tree if it's done right. It's the tornadoes, those 300 and 400 mile an hour winds. You see pine trees that big around and it just twists them off. Well, that's not the wind, that's those old tornadoes. And you can't really control that. But people call us out, and we give them our honest opinion about how we can clean and deadwood and trim it up and do it at a very reasonable cost. We also pride ourselves on cleanup, Jim. Our yard, or your yard, will be as clean or cleaner than we got there. If there was paper in your yard when we got there, we will take it with us. If we take a large tree down because it needs to be cut down for some reason, and we put divots in the yard, we carry sand buckets on our trailer. We fix it, and we make sure the customer is 100% satisfied. We have at Terrell's Tree Service, and I pride myself on saying this, the highest quality in Southeast Texas. That's why we call ourselves the King of Trees. And we have, most all the time, the lowest price. We are very proud of that.
Free estimates too.
Yes, sir. Free estimate. If it's nothing no more than just talk about the trees. Like I said, we do consulting. If we honestly don't need any tree work done, I've been many times to people's houses and they didn't need a thing, but older people get a little scared of the trees and they don't really understand, and their kids don't live here anymore. Call us. We'll come out and give you our honest, free estimate opinion.
They have a lot of integrity, and you are very honest, and I'll tell that little story once again. Not too long before Hurricane Ike, we were speaking of hurricanes a few minutes ago, I had you come out to my place in Beaumont because I had a tree that I was concerned about. It was had some kind of disease, or it was rotted a little bit in the middle. It was a old willow. The insides were hollowed out. I kind of pushed my hand through there, and all the guts, so to speak, came out of the tree, but the tree was still pretty stable. Yeah, the outside tissue. And you came out there and said, "Don't worry, Mr. King, that tree will be here longer than you."
Me and you, yeah.
But then Hurricane Ike came and had something else to say about that. But so honestly, that tree was okay. If it wasn't hit by a hurricane, it would have been there and it would have been fine. Probably still would be there. But
yeah,
you have that kind of honesty and integrity where you'll tell people exactly what they need to know.
I tell folks all the time, Jim, that there's no profit in me telling the untruth about a tree, because I will be rewarded many times over by telling the truth. We do cut downs when it's needed. We do a lot of cut downs for new construction. If someone's bought a lot, a typical case, Jim, in this area, people will buy a beautiful piece of property and they buy it for the trees, but the property needs to be built up. And what happens is they come in and they bring 2 or 3 foot of field dirt in, and it's not long after they build, the trees start getting thinner and they die out. And that is because you can't really put a lot of field dirt over trees. Call us before you buy the property. We'll come out and we'll give you our opinion. There's certain trees that you can put a couple of inches over per year and they live. Some of them you can put a couple of feet over. But call Terrell's Tree Service. We'll come out and give you our opinion.
They are the king of trees. You've got honesty, you've got integrity, you've got all the equipment. You've got it all covered right there, and you care about the community, because after Hurricane Ike, Ronnie especially lost a lot of his equipment.
Oh boy.
He lives in Bridge City, he lost his home, and yet he was there for the community. In fact, I remember when you fed a lot of the community there in Bridge City.
Yeah, we did. We had a get-together, Feed Bridge City day, and it was a big turnout, and we had a lot of people there.
I think we fed around 600 people.
Yeah.
Random acts of kindness were happening all over Bridge City. In fact, on the day that we returned to Bridge City, Terrell's Tree Service was serving up free barbecue lunches to anyone who needed a hot meal. Back at Terrell's Tree Service, it's been a couple of weeks since we've been here, and this is a great thing you're doing for the community, feeding people. Terrell and Ronnie Terrell, appreciate you guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank y'all for being here too and showing up. This is what we enjoy doing. We enjoy doing God's work. We seeing acts of kindness all over town. A lot of people are doing this, and it's amazing how things are coming together where people are coming and helping. It just brings tears to your eyes. My brother and I said that's the least thing we could do is maybe feed, some people.
But you've recovered now from Hurricane Ike, and you've got new equipment, and your house has been rebuilt. So
out with the old and in with the new. Yes,
right.
Sir. And we're back strong again, and just helping the community and trimming the trees and so forth.
All right, Charles Terrell, Ronnie Terrell, y'all keep up the good work.
Thank you,
King
Jim.
of Trees. I forgot to bring you crowns. I had some autographed paper crowns
I
for
probably
you.
wasn't going to wear it, Jim.
Your crown's in the mail.
We're the crown. We are the King of Trees.
They don't need crowns.
It's a little logo we come up with together as being something different, something to set us apart.
Well, fits in good with our thing.
Yeah.
You're on the King of the Road show.